Well, take it back. What comedian am I thinking?
I don't know.
I got
This is the beginning of the podcast.
right now.
Podcast 2012. Next
already-
level. Yeah, we're streaming right now.
Already ruined it by not making it serious.
Superman. Shit. Is this supposed to be serious?
No, but I mean, like, it's not professional at all right now.
Okay.
We're not
Let
like,
me
hey,
get my business suit on.
welcome to our podcast, bros.
And we play an intro. It's a super lame like song that we like.
Exactly.
It's in like 32-bit format.
We're sponsored by
Fleshlight.
Fleshlight. If you go to their website and buy a Fleshlight and pay for it, you will have bought a Fleshlight.
Yeah.
So
What's Rogan's code? Just use his.
codename's Rogan.
No, that's ours. It's actually
That's
ours.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
That'll save you 10%. You're welcome. So
It's Rogan because that's I don't know. We filed it. We filed our names differently. It's weird.
the last names. No one would even know what our last names are.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. So I don't know how to get into topics.
Feels weird. Yeah, you just have to like. It's a weird thing to jump into a conversation.
Yeah. With like a video game in the background, you can just bring up anything at any time, and then it's fine because you're just like, hey, I was thinking the other day that masturbation's great.
And right there,
Boom.
the first.
We're in the first topic.
conversation point.
How great is
I don't-
masturbation?
I don't think anyone's going to disagree with that. But,
Yeah, that's kind of more of a statement. It wasn't even. I was just stating that I thought that.
I think that as well.
Okay.
It's tremendous.
It's pretty good. All right. So because I was just about to talk to you about this,
Okay.
I might as well jump into it with this right away. Halo 4, played and beat. Hey, what's up, Schmeister and Supermax? Love you guys.
How long did it take you to beat this, by the way? Was it pretty? Is it pretty?
6-7 hours maybe.
Jesus.
I was trying to crush as fast as possible just because I wanted the money. Once
Should've
again,
played on
there's
easy.
no, you had to do it on normal.
Shut up! It was normal.
I totally would have done it on easy then. But they were like, okay, we can't just have any retard doing this.
Yeah. Just the normal retard.
Normal retard.
Just like slightly above IQ.
Yeah.
Alright.
But there was like there's a little promotion going on. You had to have a specific credit card. You had to have it linked to your Xbox Live account. And if
Like
you did, what? Sorry.
Like brand, like Visa or MasterCard, or like, or
No,
just
no,
like,
no. It's like a fuck. I don't know. I don't know who made it. I don't know whose card it was.
Did your dad purposely go get it, or just like?
No,
have
he just like he had it.
Oh,
He's
that's awesome.
he's recently moved over to using everything with credit cards because there's so many bonuses to him as long as you like actually
Pay
keep
him
up
off
with
and
them.
stuff.
Exactly, yeah.
What's that?
I don't know. I guess a lot of people just suck at like keeping up with that.
Yeah, dude, that's for sure a cash crop.
Oh yeah.
That's a whole industry that was made out of people, out of doing nothing,
Yeah.
just giving people money and then raping them when they don't give it back.
Guess
Wow.
what? Yeah.
Welcome to America.
5%, man. It's gonna increase.
Some of them are so ridiculous too.
Come on.
You get those. Sorry to just totally off, but
That's
you
okay,
get
it's
those
okay.
like prepaid cards from like Best Buy or whatever. They're like, yeah, bro, for 3 months you don't have to pay, and then after those 3 months, it's like 30% interest, and you're just like, well, I guess I'm gonna like. It's good if you just don't happen to have the money right at the moment.
Mhm.
But man, do those rape you. if
It
you
just
don't get-
doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you don't have the money at the moment, just chill out. You don't need a new
It's
console. You don't
amazing
need a
that
video
that's
game.
Like, that's a thing that's totally accepted in this country. When did it become okay to buy things when you don't have the money to buy them?
I don't know.
Isn't that just like a simple concept that like
Yeah.
you barter with things that you have?
I feel like that's something you'd learn in like your parents would just teach you that as you grew up. You're like, oh, you don't have the money. You don't need it. You don't. You
get
just
it.
Yeah. You need to
Like,
survive first and
Understand that
foremost.
we've ruined some things because like the housing market. I don't know how you would ever buy a house without like making payments on it and stuff. But like regular things, just like it seems like you should like not the
Yeah, I
whole
think you
gold
have to take a
standard.
loan out for a house. That's
Yeah. I mean, like that's an exception. Like, okay, making payments or whatever. But when you just like can buy things on a card that like you don't have the money for, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
It's
built
awesome.
for rate. It's built
It's
for
awesome
rate.
that we can do that, but it's also like it's ridiculous. Like that doesn't make much sense, I guess. But
Yeah, some
go with
shitty corporate monger
like you said,
sleaze
it's
is
made
like
an entire corporate. It's made an entire
Yeah.
like economic backbone out of nothing,
Yep.
out of just you not paying them back.
Yep.
And then being like willing to give you stuff, knowing that you won't pay them back because they'll be like, we actually will make money off you.
What a beautiful invention that was
That's
for the person who invented it.
That's terrible. That's ridiculous.
It's pretty bad.
Sorry, back to Halo 4.
Halo 4. Holy Christ. I hope we have that many tangents. Jesus. That'd be great. This would go on for like 5 hours. Literally within like a minute of the first topic. Okay. Yeah. You had to link up a specific credit card to your Xbox Live account. Just for doing that, you got $10. And then
Just
for
that?
Yeah, just that. And then for beating Halo 4 on normal difficulty, you got $25, which I was just like, it's a new game. I feel like playing something.
That like pays off the game.
Well, the beautiful thing is,
I know, I understand.
didn't even have to invest in the game.
Yeah, I understand.
Through means.
That's freaking brilliant.
Yeah, it's great.
But still, either way, if you bought the game and like, do you get like $40 onto your Xbox Live account, or they put it onto the credit
onto the card? Yeah,
that's
it
awesome.
goes to the card.
That's brilliant.
But they also have like another thing. I wish I would have known about this earlier because I would have went straight for this. But I mean, Halo 4 has been out a week now, so it's this perk's probably already taken. You could have won tickets to E3 if you were like within the first 25 people to beat it on Legendary, which supposedly Legendary is incredibly hard. I mean, plus you also need the credit card linked up as well to get that. So,
wow, that's ridiculous.
and supposedly it's like it's a pretty high up credit card overall. Okay. I mean, you have to have a really good credit score just to even get this thing.
To get it.
Yeah.
Ballin'.
Yeah, you get money for completing a video game. It's pretty crazy.
Struggled through the game for like 8 months and then beat a 26 person. Just be like, well, yeah, now I'm going to kill
that would
myself.
suck. I wish there was like there's not even like anything that says, oh yeah, we got our 25. They're they just leave it open ended. They're such dicks about it. They can't say, oh, it's that part's over now. Mm-hmm. So then somebody does it and they like pull their dick out in just sheer frustration because they're masturbating angrily.
They totally had that with a similar thing. I think it was $1 million
for MLB or whatever. Yeah, you had to pitch a perfect game.
I think you had to pitch a perfect game, and then you just got entered in like a draw.
I thought it was just like the first person to do it and film it got it.
And maybe it was that, because I remember on you had to do it legit though, or there was something about it, because I don't think I was able to do it on the highest difficulty, but there's the like trick way of doing it, because you can just walk, like you had to get a no-hitter or whatever. Maybe it was a perfect game and I don't remember, but there was definitely like the way I did it on whatever difficulty I was doing it on, like I did it kind of cheatish.
You cheat the system, yeah.
Well, like you walk batters,
mm-hmm.
and those don't count as hits, and then you pick them off the bases, like you catch them,
okay.
And then they never register it. And like,
there had to be a stipulation against that.
Yeah, absolutely, right?
Yeah, you had to pitch every time and strike people out.
Yeah, so that's like a no-hitter. I think in a perfect game, you have no hits, no errors, no walks. It's all just like outs. So I think that was probably what it was.
There's no way they would just have it like that, because people would instantly jump on that. Yeah. I mean, you did it, so.
Man, I was like, that was one of those games I was really into. I can get really into those MLB games for some reason.
Were you like sweating profusely at the end of that perfect game where you're like, fuck?
I remember like doing it a lot. I would just keep like I would always get around the 7th or 8th inning, and then I would quit because I'd always some guy would hit off me, and like I was doing it with a loaded team. Like I would load like an all-star team basically, and then play against a crap team, and then still it'd be like, "There's no way this guy would hit the ball. There's no way. It's not based on realism.
He's got 40 in stats. All right, he's shit.
He's overall 40. My pitcher's 99. This is garbage."
I created a team of dunces, and they still
literally. Yep, exactly. Yeah, they're hitting shit. It's just ridiculous.
But yeah, back to Halo 4.
So what
did we get on baseball?
What about the game? Was it good?
The game itself, I feel like games themselves. This is a common observation. I don't know why I'm even going to state it, but games themselves are becoming way more cinematic and like being way more influenced by movies nowadays. Halo 4 was like, Jesus Christ.
Movie?
There's a lot of cinematics in it.
Okay.
They're really well done. They're beautiful cinematics. Like it's impressive what they've done. Even the game itself, graphically, astounded me for the Xbox. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is
how are they doing this?
This is pretty good. They're getting up there. How big a fan? I was never too huge. I never got addicted to it or anything.
I think the original ones were good, but definitely, second one wasn't even that bad. I remember was it 3 when it came out? We like kind of fell off because we were trying to play it co-op on like a real hard difficulty, and it was way too much.
Yeah. So. I remember playing 1 just like local co-op. It was super fun.
Yeah, that was an awesome multiplayer game.
Yeah.
Because that was one of the first ones that was actually good for Xbox. PC.
I think all the Halo games were also co-op as well, even the first one, which is rad. Props to them, even though it doesn't really lend itself to a co-op nature, but whatever. The game itself, like I said, it's very cinematic, very movie-like overall, and it also involved like a love story with Cortana, and I don't know.
Did you feel emotionally attached?
I felt a little sad at the end.
Yeah? Okay.
I was a little sad.
Is this the last, is this the last?
No, I think they're having 2 more. I'm pretty sure they're having 2. No, because it was a vague ending. It was vague, of course. You want to milk Halo for even more.
Yeah, why is there so much, like, I don't quite, is it just the hype because of the series, or is it like Call of Duty where it's like people just want the multiplayer?
I think it's more so multiplayer, yeah.
Okay.
There's probably a few select nerds, not collect.
Collectible nerds.
Collectible nerds who are like hyper into they read like Halo books and everything. Actually, I stole that from Conan straight up.
That's good though. I like it.
But this brings me to something. Actually, one more thing before I get to the main point. I was actually kind of surprised at how difficult it was just on normal. I died a hell of a lot just on normal. I've heard that even heroic, the next difficulty up is like just
infuriating.
Yeah. So that made me weep at the idea of doing it on legendary. But then it gave you like a little bit of hope. You're like, maybe people just go mad and then they stop playing, and then maybe I could get the E3 tickets and then sell them and make like a ton of money. I wouldn't even go. I don't even want to go.
I was just like, I had thought, like, when you first said it, I was like, oh, E3, that'd be kind of cool to go to. And you had already been like, no, bro, I'm going to flip them for money. And then
I don't like video games. What do you think?
Then again, like, it would be cool to go, I guess, when I say that. But then, like, there's whole channels devoted to showing you everything. Ever.
Yeah, you'll get to see everything there. And at the click of a mouse, you're good. You can type in anything. Oh yeah, do they have any porn games at E3? No? Okay, well that's a shame.
not willing to go. Yeah, that's true. Because there you'd be like, oh, how was it? Well, I stood in line for like 14 hours to see this one TV. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. When I was at home, I saw every trailer ever.
And I jerked off in between. It was great.
I hate you. So, yeah, that's true. You make a solid point there.
Schmeister, yeah, Cortana. Well, it's weird because
Just didn't even you didn't even spoiler it. You're just gonna fucking ruin it.
yeah, if you don't want to listen, don't listen. Spoilers ahead.
You didn't even tell me.
Uh,
I don't care at all.
It's not that important.
You've decided for me. It's
Trust
not
me.
good.
Trust me. The cinematics look cool, but it's a cliche storyline. Because Master Chief is a merciless war machine built by some lady, and supposedly he has sociopathic behaviors and everything like that. But the entire time you're playing the game, he gives a shit about Cortana, his little AI, which I don't understand how the AI looks like a female and everything like that, and behaves and has emotions and stuff like that. Why that doesn't sound efficient at all, because that would give these soldiers that they trained, I don't know, some kind of dependence on their AI and everything like that.
Yeah.
Why would they have that? That doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make much sense for sure.
But and Cortana's pretty smoking hot in this too.
Dude,
for an AI. For an
android. Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, she dies in the end. I don't know.
That's terrific. So.
Yep.
Okay, man, like my knowledge is Bush. So the last game I played had like the Arbiter in it and stuff. Is that is he gone? Is that still part of the story? Do you play as like elites or him at all?
No, you're still old Master Chief.
Just old Master. So what game was the one where you switched in between and played as both of them? Was that 2 or 3?
I feel like that was 2.
I think it was 2.
Yeah.
Well, probably should have played more of it so I could
I remember nothing of the other storylines at all. Like I do remember switching between, playing Bush. Elites and.
I think I played the second one a whole bunch of times.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the one I'm pretty sure I went through the storyline a bunch of times. Yeah. I don't know why. It must have been, but that was on Xbox One, correct?
Yeah, it actually was.
I wasn't even doing it for Achieves. I must have just wanted to beat it.
You liked games back then.
Weird.
Yeah, it's strange. Yeah, because he's played shit. Okay. But, alright, finally, let me get to the point of bringing up Halo 4 in the first place. I feel like first-person shooters need to evolve in terms of gameplay, because it's the same shit all the time. Mm-hmm. You run into an area, waves of enemies, waves of enemies, waves of enemies. Yeah. Move to the next area, waves of enemies, waves of enemies. Oh, hey, Cortana's hacking the module. You gotta protect her. Alright, it's fucking waves of enemies, waves of enemies. It's hyper cliche.
Yeah, that's true. That's kind of why...
It's not just Halo, that's every FPS ever now.
That's why I want to play Black Ops 2, because I remember the trailer had some interesting, you're third person, or you're a group of people, you can play it in third person, or you can play it in first person, or, they haven't really evolved the first person. They've just said, hey, we're going to add some third person elements, so so you're not as bored, I guess, but...
Yeah, let's just mix it up a little bit.
I totally agreed.
Hey, Peachy, hey, Le Chevalier.
There has not been much of a...
Yeah. Because, think about, what game did we play that was just, that in a box, but it was third person? Was it Kane and Lynch? Kane and Lynch 2?
Oh, Kane and Lynch 2 was one of the worst games ever. I don't know why. We even beat it, too. I think we were just let's just beat it so it can be done forever.
Out of spite, we were just fuck this game. I just get it done so we don't even have to mess with it again.
So bad. The whole point was, it seems like it would be cool because of, the bank heist multiplayer stuff, and that wasn't even that good. But,
yeah, once again, a heist game, brilliant idea, but no one
ever executes it.
No one's pulling that off yet. Yeah. Maybe Payday the Heist. I don't know. I haven't played that, but
from what I see when I watch the demo, I'm just this seems like too cookie cutter. These are the 5 scenarios that can happen. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't just shoot all the children and see what happens.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't Kane and Lynch, weren't they nude in the one part or whatever?
Yeah,
and they had massive cuts on their back.
Yep. That game was. I had I remember just having a ridiculously hard time following the plot, and then thinking the the gameplay of it was garbage. Like, graphically was bad. It didn't let. Yeah, that game was garbage across the board for sure.
That's pretty bad.
Not impressed.
But yeah, I don't know what the evolution would be, to be honest.
Yeah, because it doesn't exist. So
Yeah.
it's like.
I don't know if it even has to be for the genre, or if I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just oversimplifying things. I don't know, because I feel like you could trivialize anything, even like a really brilliantly written show or something like Arrested Development or something like that. I could be like, that's the same show every time. Michael's the reliable one. Everyone else is idiots. That's the whole show. That's it.
It's true.
He helps everyone else out of the problems, realizes he's got his own problems. Boom. That's the show.
So as far as like FPSs go, like first person, what would you even say is like your favorite one? Like recent, like don't go like, hey bro, I know you could say like Doom, and that would be fair. But like recently at least, has there been like a one of them where you're like, I mean, out of the 4 options that there are,
you got Call of Duty, you got Resistance, you got Halo, got Battlefield.
Yep, that's pretty much, those would be the big ones.
Medal of Honor. There you go.
I like the mechanics of Battlefield because I just like blowing everything up because I'm not good at games. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm just going to blow all these buildings up instead of having to go in and kill the guys.
Mm-hmm.
But there were some, I don't know about anymore, there were some Call of Duties, like what 4 was a very like milestone-y game, obviously.
Yeah.
And then like Nazi Zombies was obviously incredible, and then there
just that mode.
Yeah,
I'm thinking like campaign and stuff like that. I don't know, because now that I think about it, that's every FPS. Even going back to like the Doom days, you walk in, there's a bunch of enemies, kill them.
Yeah.
It's just waves. It's waves of enemies, and you gotta manage your ammo. That's
the only thing where it was the Call of Duty where you go through the burning house and it's like Sniper Dude. I felt like, oh, this is kind of interesting, and that was one level.
That's true. That's
right?
a pretty cool scenario.
But nothing.
But you can't make a game out of that. Just look at like Sniper Elite or whatever.
Call of Duty's become really dickish from different, well, not dickish, their thing is from different games is like they do the like crescendo type points where like I remember on the last one I played, it might have been like just Black Ops or maybe or Modern Warfare 2, whatever it was. You were going down this hill and you actually had to kick barrels over. You had to cut these barrels and kick them over. And like I remember I just kept playing, like they do this thing where it's not waves, because the waves are unlimited unless you move forward and do the things they want.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of games are like, okay, kill the waves. I like having the room clear. Then I'm like, okay, now I'm going to walk around, do the stuff. Call of Duty's like, no, you got to move forward in battle. I don't know. I said that's like dickish. I don't know if that's true. That's just how they're doing it. Was Wii Bowling. Incredible. Not very good at getting strikes, but...
It's kind of third person though, to be honest. It was way more dynamic. Yeah, it went third person and then I guess kind of into first person when you actually bowled the ball. It's dynamic. It's not just waves of enemies. Dude, we got like the whole bunch in here. This is fucking rad. What is happening?
People just saw the word podcast and they were like, oh good, they're not going to play games to be bad at. Might as well just talk. Thank God. Thought we've been telling them that forever. Anyway, was there anything else on Halo 4 other than
I think it needs to change? I don't think. It could be more about presentation because, like, I'm still not bored of Left 4 Dead. That's still fun to break out every now and then. And the whole idea of that is waves of enemies. Yeah, I don't know. I think I oversimplified the problem. I just stated what every FPS does, which is that's nothing.
Yeah, there hasn't been much evolution since in like 15 years.
Yeah.
Period. Like,
since Doom.
Just graphically. Yeah. We just get graphically better. And so
although I would probably have to say Doom might be my favorite FPS ever. Just because it's hyper fast paced. It doesn't rely on the
there's no skill. Like, not there's no skill. There's no like crosshair type thing.
Yeah.
Which is
it aims up and down.
Yeah.
For you, which can be frustrating as hell when you want it to actually work. God.
Don't give me like too many options that I'm getting. I'm just poor at games. Period. But
same for Killing Floor. Yeah, agreed. The Chevalier. I was having a blast on that. I unlocked. I did the whole hillbilly thing, and I unlocked whatever.
That's got to be like two of the only games where like if you go through a like game library when we're gonna play something together, like never do you go like, hey, do you want? It's always those options.
Yeah.
There's not many other like first-person shooters.
I mean, yeah, Nazi Zombie. That's another one. That's fun.
Always,
and the whole idea of it is waves. I don't know.
Those games you can just jump in and play a level or a campaign. Like, you can't really generally pick up COD and be like, let's just pick one of the maps randomly in there and do the... Like, you're like, okay, we're going to play the whole thing from front to back, or...
And plus, COD doesn't even have co-op, really, so...
Yeah, so you're screwed with that, for sure.
Yeah. I think, I think you're onto something, though. I think it is more about presentation. Because, like, I definitely oversimplified the whole idea of, it's just shooting waves. Fucking Killing Floor, that's the entire thing,
Why do you
but
kill
it's fun.
people in first-person shooters? Like,
I don't want to shoot people. Jesus, stupid. Evolve the genre. Mirror's Edge all the way. Come on, you don't even use a gun.
That's true. I like that. You didn't.
I never played Mirror's Edge, unfortunately.
I really liked that game.
I want to, though, just because you said so many good things about it.
I think people liked it, or I think maybe it gets a little bit bad, like some flack, but I had genuine fun playing it. I mean, near the end, you do get to the point where you're like, okay, I am doing a math problem. You're like, because it's just a matter of like, jump this, jump there, swing here, swing there, like, and you would do something and then die, and then you'd be like, okay, well, I know the first 5 moves, like chess game. I know the first 5 moves I have to do here. And now I have to figure out if I was supposed to turn, if I was supposed to jump off the wall, like. But when you're grooving in some of the early levels and you're actually just free running, it feels like you're not like, okay, I have time to think about the area. Like people are chasing you. That was fun because you're just like this is as close as you could probably get to doing it. What a real life scenario of someone chasing you is, where you're just like, I guess I turn here, kick the door, like.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. But, once again, maybe I made that up. I feel like either people I know don't like it, or just any review I'd ever read, it just gets flack. Maybe I'm totally wrong.
Mirror's Edge?
Yeah.
I feel like it got relatively high.
Okay, cool. Then I'm just totally making that up.
Yeah. And, sorry, one more thing before we move to the next thing. I wanted to respond to Greed. PlanetSide 2 and Firefall, aren't those both, like, multiplayer only? And not campaign. I guess I'm talking more so in terms of campaign.
Cause I'm a pussy and I don't play online because I'm not good. So.
Yeah, I would get destroyed. Although I feel like Halo has some more tactics to it as opposed to a Call of Duty game. I don't know why I feel that. Okay. But I think I could respect Halo a bit more than Call of Duty as like a legit competitive game if I had to go with like a console.
I feel like, well, going way back till games 1 and 2, just like the sniper was really underdeveloped in that game, so you had a chance. Now Call of Duty, like I just spawn and get sniped. So
yeah,
by guys like jumping off buildings, doing 360 scopes.
Exactly.
So like
just raping
like
you.
Halo, I felt like is a little more balanced. One, because you like had the freakishly good jump ability, and like you could get away a little better. There was like the pickups like invisibility and stuff like that. So like it gave me a chance.
Yeah.
Call of Duty was too tactically like. If you're just a really good shot, I'm done. I can't outrun you or jump your flat. Yeah, it's over. If you know.
Well, yeah, Halo's also got. You have to kind of defend points as well, because if you just camp the sniper position wherever the sniper spawns, you can kind of control the map too. Which I feel like that's a bit more of a tactical thing, as opposed to Call of Duty, where it's just like a free for all almost all the time, except if you're playing like I guess Domination, which is.
What was that? Mag? Was that game like? Did that game work?
I don't know.
Did that do well?
I think it did bad,
Okay.
or maybe there just wasn't enough people to play it.
Mm-hmm.
Then that caused it to do bad. But I remember, yeah, that was like a huge deal. Like PS3, you could have 1 million players in a game.
But yeah, the joke was always like, dude, there's like 10 people